Hello everyone, today we are discussing the characteristics of an intermediate level learner. Let's start by defining what it means to be an intermediate learner. Who would like to share their thoughts?
I think an intermediate learner can understand and speak more than just business English. They can talk about everyday topics but might still make some mistakes.
Yes, and I think they can also understand more complex sentences and ideas, even if they need some help sometimes.
Good points. What about the ability to read and write? How do you describe an intermediate learner's skills in these areas?
I think they can read Smalltalk without too much difficulties, but they might need to look at some words. And when they write, they can express themselves clearly, even if they made some mistakes.
That's a good observation. What do you think motivate an intermediate learner to keep improving?
Maybe they want to travel to English speaking country or get a better job. Or maybe they just love learning language and want to become fluent someday.
Those are all valid reasons. Now, let's talk about the challenges intermediate learners might face. What do you think is the most difficult part of learning English in this level?
I think it's hard to remember all the grammar rules and vocabulary. There are so many words to learn.
Yes, and sometimes it's frustrating when you can express yourself the way you want on. You know what you want to say, but you don't know how to say it.
That can be very frustrating indeed. Finally, what advice would you give to someone who is at the intermediate level and wants to improve their English?
I think it is important to practice as much as possible, whether it is speaking with native speakers, reading books, or watching movies in English.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn. Keep practicing and just keep practicing and don't give up.
Uh, okay, guys, we are talking about the characteristics of an intermediate level learner. Please go so by explaining what it means to be an intermediate learner. Who would like to continue to share their thoughts?
Well, from my experience, I think an intermediate learner is someone who can handle business conversation quite comfortably. They might stumble a bit on more complex topics, but they definitely will just saying hello and goodbye.
Absolutely, and I think they start to use more varied vocabulary and phrases. Like instead of just saying I'm fine, they might say I'm doing quite well, thank you.
Good points. What about reading and writing? How do you think an intermediate learner handles these cases?
In my opinion, an intermediate learner can read similar texts without much trouble, but they might still need to look at the same words, but they can get the main ideas. When it comes to writings, they can compose visit images or message without huge errors here and there.
That's a good observation. What do you think motivate an intermediate learner to keep improving?
Well, I'm this it's very person to person. Others might have specific goals like traveling or getting a better job. Some might just enjoy the challenge or learning a new language and want to become fluent eventually.
Those are all valid reasons. Now, let's talk about the challenges intermediate learners might face. What do you think is the most difficult part of learning English in this level?
I think one big challenge is understanding all the different grammar rules. There are so many exceptions and irregular verbs.
Yes, and sometimes it has to remember all the vocabulary. You might note a word one day and then forget it the next.
That can be frustrating indeed. Finally, what advice would you give to someone who is at the intermediate level and wants to improve their English?
I would say is practice. The more you use English, the more comfortable you will become with it.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes. The harm you mess and learn. Just keep trying and don't give up.
Excellent advice, everyone. Thank you all for your contributions. Well, it's been a great discussion about the characteristics of an intermediate level learner. So see you in the next talk. Bye now.